So I have a shameful confession to make.
Wow, why is it shameful?
Well, you'll see.
Oh, no.
Pretty quickly. I started watching a series, and I'm, like, kind of hooked on it, and it's trash, but I'm gonna watch it all, I think.
Is it Selling Sunset?
No, it's not, Bridget, but I do remember you talking about that. That was our Hairspray episode, and I think I unfortunately had to edit a lot of that part out, that got long. No, it's not that. It's a show that, it's, like, trash TV, but I didn't really pick a topical trash TV. It's a show that's, like, been over for, I don't know how long, but it has a bunch of series. I'm watching Dance Moms. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry.
Wait, didn't that woman, like, either end up in jail or die?
No, she's alive and she's not in jail. I think she got sued, but I don't know why. That didn't happen yet.
Isn't she, like, an abuser?
No, I don't think so. The moms are worse, in my opinion. And, like...
And JoJo, right?
JoJo, she didn't come on yet, but she will be on eventually. I just watched the first season, and, like, it's just, like, I don't know when exactly in the 2000s this came out, but it's one of those reality shows where you can kind of tell, like, when they're doing the fake part, because you know how they're always, like, or there's, like, fake drama or whatever, like, there's so many times you can tell, because, like, none of these people are, like, actresses. Mm-hmm. So it would be, like, a mom being like, hey, Abby, I need to talk with you. And you're like, what? Why are they a robot right now? Oh, this must be a fake, like, thing the producer's making them do.
Wow.
And, like, just the editing of it is, like, it's honestly really funny in a lot of ways.
Isn't there the cute girl? Who's the one that's like Mama June and
Bridge, that's Honey Boo Boo. That's not this show.
No,
no, she was not on Dance Mom. She was on her own show called Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, wow.
And then she was in Toddlers and Tiaras, maybe? Oh. She was like a pageant. That's how she got.
Okay, wow.
No, these are just like, but, okay, so.
Wait. I'm making a connection. Did you go to Jenny's dance recital?
I think subconsciously.
That's why you wanted to.
There might have been a connection because I was like, oh man, dance is like such a cool fucking skill. And like, it's so amazing, some of these things that kids can do. And then Hulu's like, do you want to watch this? And I was like, I don't, but I will.
Hulu's like, we've been tracking everything you've been thinking for the last 48 hours. What do you think of this?
Hulu's like, you were at a dance recital? Don't worry, we saw, even though you weren't on your phone at all. Yeah. But what I like about the show, which I don't think is the main point of the show necessarily, but it's the parts that I like, is they actually show every single, if it's like a kid's solo or a group number or a duet or whatever, they show the entire dance routine for each kid. And it's so cool to see like all this crazy shit these like little kids can do, and it's insane. And that's the part I like. I don't care about the drama stuff. Usually that's when I'm like, oh god, I'm uncomfortable. That's what I like. That's when I start playing Candy Crush on my phone. And I'm like, what the fuck? There are so many like Karen haircuts. I think one of the moms is also named Karen, and that's like just There's just so much happening. I can't. And,
so you're doing nostalgia reality TV.
I know.
Wow.
I don't know about it.
You're fully committed to
But
nostalgia.
I immediately Googled all the children, and I was like, oh my god, is everyone okay, you guys? How are you? How are we? And they're all, like, worth, like, at least $1 million each. And I'm like, oh, you guys are good. Never mind. You guys are all fucking fine.
I have this vision of you directing your kids' talent show at school. And being, like, way intense after the show.
Being, like, Abby Lee Miller, who is the award-winning dance teacher. Yeah, oh my god.
Okay, I really understand why you are selected for this. 1, you love critiquing children. 2, you also like to see if children are safe. 3, Jenny's dance inspired you to realize how cool dancing is. 4, nostalgia. 5, there's drama similar to Tyra Banks's Next Top Model.
Yes.
I'm intrigued as you watch them all, your opinion on Abby, if it changes.
Yeah, because I only watched the first season, so, like, I could definitely see it. Because I do feel like this season, again, like, she was the more normal one. But I wouldn't be surprised if, as time goes on, she becomes more, like, you know, the fake drama.
Yeah.
Just to keep the ratings, or who the fuck knows, you know?
All right, Kate, I'm gonna have to cut it. I think we gotta move on. We have to move on from Dance Moms.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
The whiplash from Dance Moms to Star Wars is out of control.
I'm so sorry.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome back, listeners.
Bum, bum,
Bum, bum,
bum,
bum, bum. You had the first note.
Can you do it?
Do you want like the main theme, or do you want the?
I'm just.
Do you want Luke's theme, or do you want Darth Vader's theme, or do you want the Cantina music?
I want like what people think of Star Wars.
Oh. We're actually an a cappella podcast. Did you guys know that?
Wow, I'm sorry. I just had a little bit of a brain fart.
Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm going to introduce ourselves.
That's a good idea.
Who's singing the songs. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And use the Force, Luke.
May the Force be with you.
And with your spirit. Oh, just kidding. No one says that. But
bless
we also...
you.
Bless you. I wish someone said that to Darth Vader at some point, because I would have stood up and clapped. Oh my god. Bridge, what's our movie this week?
It is...
There's a lot of words, so...
Star Wars, :
Yep.
Episode Roman numeral 4. I'm so sorry. Dash New Hope.
A New Hope.
A New Hope.
Woo!
Oh man, I just
Bridge.
Thanks. I just moved my page right as you said that, and I got nervous.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Bridge, this was the first Star Wars movie you've ever seen?
Ever.
Star Wars anything. Oh my god.
It's the 1977, right?
Yes. This was the first ever anything Star Wars.
I when I was done, I was like, it's pretty good.
Yeah, you could see why they made like a lot more shit.
And I was like, wow, how many people are going to be mad at that comment? But yeah, wow, what a ride. What a ride. But
you said it was good. Is that what you...
Yeah.
Oh, why are people going to be mad at that?
I just feel like it's like, well, duh, idiot. It's like one of the highest grossing films of all time. Of course it's good. I guess I kind of was like, I haven't seen it in so long, I became a hater, where I'm like, no, it can't be that good.
I think a lot of people feel that way about, sci-fi movies sometimes, though, where it's that's not for me, and you're like, but it might be. Yeah. So, it is.
I think it is.
Well, Bridge, guess what?
No!
I did a synopsis for Monsters, Inc. You're going to do Star Wars, and I will help you with the name characters, because I already see the sweat forming. You got this. You can do it. If you don't know someone's name, describe them, and I'll fill in.
Young farm boy Luke Skywalker is thrust into a galaxy of adventure where he intercepts a distress call from the captive Princess Leia. The event launches him on a daring mission to rescue her from the clutches of Darth Vader and the evil Empire.
Okay, that was 8 sentences. Cool.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
We have so much going on. We're
in space. Yeah.
That there needs to be a paragraph that explains what's going on before the movie starts.
Yep. And the good old basic movie editing software roll credits.
Scrolly
Just
text.
Kidding. It's not credits.
And it's so funny because I was like, wow, all these movies take homage from that, even though I know that's probably been around since the 20s or something. But now when I see that, I only think of Star Wars. So I'm like, wow, now I'm watching the text scroll. So the text basically is yo.
Yo.
We got some rebels happening because this Darth Vader and evil Empire are just fucking shit up. Okay? And they're going around blowing people up, robbing people. I don't know, but they want to just run stuff. And these rebels are like, no. Princess Leia is part of the rebels. And she's like, I somehow, and no one describes how, have figured out their secret space station battle space technical...
Don't worry, Bridge. There was a whole movie created to explain how they got the plans. It's called Rogue One, listeners. It's pretty good.
Wow.
Okay.
So she got the plans and she's like, I have found their one tiny weakness that I've put in this droid, which is R2D2. Got that right? Okay.
Yeah.
And R2D2's like, dude, before she gets captive, she inserted a floppy disk in me, and now I hold the world's secrets.
It probably was a floppy disk,
Oh my god,
Jesus
there was so
Christ.
many mechanical pieces to this movie. So then he flees with CP3PO?
So close, C3PO. But yes!
Okay, thank you. And he is like a more sophisticated droid. And he was like, so, get in this, we'll fly away. And then they like land in sand. And you're like, oh shit. What's happening now?
There's a lot of sand in Star Wars. It's coarse, it's rough, it gets everywhere. If you know that reference, take a sip.
Wow, I don't.
Sorry, that's from a Star Wars prequel, Bridge. I'm sorry.
Oh god, the Star Wars comments are gonna be crazy. So when I first wrote down the description before I watched the movie, I go, farm boy, Luke.
Oh.
Well, the farm is the sand. So that's where farms are?
Sandy Farm, Bridge. I don't really know.
I think they didn't understand what a farm is, maybe. So, whatever. So, we're in the sand, and then we somehow, with all this other stuff happening, meet Luke Skywalker, who is a teenager? A young buck? I don't know. I don't know why I said that.
I'm hoping we're at least 18, but I don't actually know.
Because he wants to get into this, like, cool academy to, like, do fighting stuff, and his uncle's like, take a pause, you gotta work at the farm another year. Anyways.
And he plays with, like, toys, so, like, it's weird.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
So there's a lot happening, but when he meets them, they are sold these droids and find out Princess Leia's secret message. And then Luke Skywalker's like, oh my god, this is an adventure, and I am a bored farm boy in the desert. That's not where farms are.
Yeah.
So then he's like, what do we do? And she said she needs help from Obi Wan Kenobi?
Yeah!
But he kept calling him Uncle Ben?
Well, not Uncle
Old Ben?
Old Ben. That's like his alias. It's not a great alias because we still use the name Ben, but fine.
And like OB and Old Ben, I was like, Oba what? Anyways, okay, so
I don't know.
Then we just come upon him because R2D2's like, I gotta finish my mission! I'm a droid and I have a floppy disk. And so then they find him, and then he's taught about the Force because these Jedis have Force, which is basically magic. Right? They have mind magic. They have Matilda mind magic.
They really do.
Okay.
It's true.
So they take their mind magic, and he's like, I'm gonna train you, Luke. By the way, all I know about Star Wars is Luke, I am your father. And I'm like, who's Luke's father? But I don't know yet. But I do know. But I don't know.
You do know? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then he's like, we gotta go on a mission, and we gotta save Princess Leia. And then it goes crazy, because then we meet freaking Harrison Ford, Chewbacca.
Yep.
And
walking carpet.
Wow. And then we fly, we get Princess Leia, but she's where all the bad guys are, so that was scary. And then we somehow got away from all the bad guys, and somehow the technical stuff went to the right planet, and then they deciphered the data analysis and figured out the one tiny minuscule way to beat the Death Star.
Yep.
So then they set out on a plan, which was basically Independence Day, and then they find the hole to put the thing in, and at the nick of time, they blow it up.
All in the last 15 minutes.
But Darth Vader, I kept saying Darth Vader. Darth Vader was somehow doesn't die with this entire planet, and that's why we can continue the series.
It's true.
How did I do?
That was pretty good, Bridge. We do want to mention that an entire planet gets blown up by the Empire with their Death Star, and that this is the big evil spaceship that they're trying to destroy, and by the end they do. So, yeah.
Blowing up planets is pretty dramatic.
Oh my god, and it blew up so fast. They're like, fire when ready, and like, normally you see a laser beam and you're like, yeah, we're gonna have a couple seconds looking at the laser beam. No, big explosion. And I was like, okay.
How many laser beams from space are pointed at Earth? And
waiting for the button to be hit.
Just waiting for the button. And you got like Elon and Jeff Bezos being
God,
hey,
no.
we're coming, hold on.
No, and they're like, I swear to God, if you come into space, we're hitting it. Jesus, that'd be me as an alien. Oh my God. Yeah.
So just overall though, people seeing the movie for the first time, it was very intriguing to me that you're just like thrust into a story and not kind of given this like warm up. And it was like action, hit, quick cuts, which I read that George Lucas's wife like kind of saved it. Talk about editing inspiration.
Girl.
His first like editors, it was like slow, didn't work, and then she was like, I'll fix it. Hired a bunch of people, herself, and then like fixed it to be fast and quippy and not be about like the dialogue, but be about the action scenes and totally change it. I'm like,
did he divorce that wife? Because
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that makes sense because the prequels are like the opposite in editing terms, where it's like, why are we talking about space politics that have no relevance for an hour? And,
wait, we're gonna look up
that's
when,
so interesting.
Let's look up when they got divorced, because as we know, women make things better. What did you do?
Yeah. Also, Star Wars is very infamous for its wipes, where like the screen would be like, "What?" And yep, we get a lot of those in this movie. Those are fun.
1983 is when they divorced.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the prequels started in the 90s, I think.
Well, there you go.
Wow. Well, okay, George.
Oh my God. Wait, I gotta tell you my one fun fact about George Lucas. So people at the time, it was like 1973, he did American Graffiti.
Yes.
That got him super duper duper famous. And people are like, damn, this guy knows how to do movies. So then he wrote Star Wars. And when he shopped it around, everyone was like, what in the good fuck is this? This is awful. What is it? This doesn't make any sense. And so he finally got one studio to say yes. And as part of the negotiations for this, he was like, I will take $155,000 for writing and directing this film, which was not a lot.
No. Yeah.
But on two conditions. I own all the rights for future Star Wars films.
Fucking
and
smart.
I own all the rights for the merchandise.
Yeah.
And have you heard this before?
I think I did. I've watched like there's some documentaries on like the making of Star Wars, and there's so much like cool stuff. But yeah, like he was pretty smart with a lot of those
the merchandise
decisions.
The merchandise alone, I think like $6 billion now.
And I think Star Wars was one of the first where it was saying like it was a movie connected to like toys, whereas like movies weren't trying to make toys in the 70s. Like this was the first like toys that were based off of a movie, and then there was like, you know, that was always a thing. After this, but like they made a lot of money off of that
because you read like the head of like Fox Century was like, yeah, take the merchandise. What merchandise? What are you gonna sell?
Right.
You know, a t-shirt? Who cares?
Oh my God.
So fascinating. Okay, how in the world do we get into this? Because
well, Bridge, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Alright, I do wanna reference this, and I know we have talked, we didn't really talk about it in detail, but like, we mentioned that both of us, for different movies, have gone to see where you watch a movie, but it's with a live orchestra. And you did Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Actually this past year I did Jaws, which was cool, but before that, the very first one I ever went to was Star Wars, and it was not this Star Wars, it was the Return of the Jedi, which is like the third of the originals.
Okay.
But it's all the same music. Okay. You're not getting like new songs, whatever. And all the Star Wars movies always start the fucking same, where it's like, you see space, and I'm pretty sure they always do say a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and then that like, that like first note hits, and I swear to God, when I was watching that, and they did that like live, and it was like, oh my God, I like cried. It was so amazing. Like,
I was like, where are you going with this?
It was just like, the music is great. John Williams, we love him.
So freaking. And by the way,
he's just awesome.
I read that George Lucas wasn't even going to do an original score.
Oh my God.
All those space movies didn't do that. And Steven Spielberg was like, no, you have to.
Yes.
And
thank goodness you did.
And this is the guy to hire. Did you see Jaws? I just did Jaws with him.
Did you
see that?
Did you hear the bottom? Did you hear that? Yeah, so we start off there, and yeah, we get some exposition that the Empire's evil, and then there's rebels who are rebelling, so it's like a civil war, but I don't really feel like Civil War is the best description, because it's not like we're fighting each other. It's like good guys versus bad guys.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So we start off on a little ship of rebels, and it gets captured, and this is Princess Leia's ship. So Princess Leia is like a diplomat. Like, she's in politics.
What's with the princess? Why aren't we Senator Leia? Why are we princess?
I don't know. And also, I don't think they bring this up in the movie Clerks, but there's a fucking animated TV show. Again, I know I've referenced for Clerks, and they literally make that point where they're like, wouldn't Princess Leia be happy that Alderaan blows up? Now she's queen. Like, her mom's dead. And then one of them goes, her mom was dead before that. She should have been queen anyway. And then one of them's like, the whole thing's a piece of garbage. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm so sorry for the references.
But you could tell she's savvy, she's smart, and she was thinking ahead like, I know the only thing that's gonna save us is an old school Jedi. Which, Kate, who would that be in our lives? Who would we send?
Who's our Jedi?
Yeah, who's our floppy disk Jedi?
Oh.
I don't know, right?
I don't know.
You should know what these things are in case stuff happens, and you gotta tell 3-piece R2D2 what to do.
I mean, this is a moment where I was like, if I took karate, I would pick whoever the karate teacher was. But I never did that, so we're in trouble.
You know what I thought about is like R2D2 and C3PO are what we wish Suri was.
I don't wish Suri was C3PO voice though, because like it gets to me.
It would be amazing to change that, you know?
Yeah. And they're just like kind of comic relief droids, honestly. And I actually think they're both in every single movie.
Oh, really?
Maybe not C3PO, but I'm pretty sure R2D2 is in every single movie.
I read the actors had beef because CP3PO is kind of a dick.
Well, I heard that, and then also, so the actor who was R2D2 was not like credited. He wasn't like given like an acting credit or something weird where you're like, wait, that's fucked. Like, why? Why didn't that guy get one, but C3PO got one? I don't know. There's so much like behind the scenes drama.
Wow.
But
yeah, wow.
They get captured. They escape on a little pod. How are they flying the pod? We don't know. But the fucking bad guys are ding dongs, and they're like, it's cool. There's no life forms on there. Then we meet Darth Vader, who has his own theme song.
Okay. So that's James Earl Jones.
So I think he just did the voice, and then someone else was the, like, body.
So why couldn't we ever see his face?
Oh, because it's fucked up. You see it in Return of the Jedi, and you learn all about what happened to him in the prequels, Bridge. The lore is rich, I tell you what. But it's not good. He can't breathe. Like, he needs it to breathe, is why he, like, has to wear it.
Oh, hence the breathing. You know, though, when he flies, he also has, like, scream music. Did you notice that? It was like,
So those are TIE fighters, which are like the bad guy ships.
Yeah. That
were like kind of like semicircle things.
Yeah.
And they all scream like that.
Oh, so it's not just his. They all do.
They all do that.
Oh.
Just to be dramatic, probably.
Really ridiculous. But I gotta say, I wasn't that scared of Darth Vader.
Really? Even though he kills people?
I mean, but he's like the smart guy. He's like, he felt like he was gaslit a lot. He was like, Jedis are real. They got Force. Don't underestimate the Force. Are you guys not paying attention to me? I'll go shoot them myself.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's a little like try hard.
You know, it's funny because I do feel like in this movie, he like you don't think of him as like the main guy in charge. You think of like that one general dude as like, oh no, that guy's in charge. But really, like, I think Darth Vader's supposed to be the guy in charge. So I don't know if George just didn't really hammer that home well enough in this one.
I did not get that.
Yeah, but I thought it was so funny. He immediately kills a rebel, and then he turns to all the stormtroopers, which are the bad guys, and he goes, capture everyone and keep them alive. And I was like, you just killed somebody. So,
mixed
you know
messages.
What? Yeah, like, you gotta practice what you preach, number one. But he is the one that's like, what do you mean? An escape pod left. And they're like, yeah, it's cool. No one's on it. And he's like, somebody's fucking on it. Go follow it, dipshits. So they do. And this is how we end up on Sand Planet, as Bridge says. This is Tatooine, which is Luke's planet.
I read that similar to when we, like, Steven Spielberg stressing out about Jaws. Remember how he was, like, really, like, losing his mind? George Lucas was for this film that he, like, got basically hypertension.
Oh, God.
And when they did any of the desert scenes, it was, I don't remember where they said it was, but it was, like, the first time in 50 years that there was the longest rainstorm ever. And they, got all their electronics fucked up, and they had to, like, delay production, and it was, like, the most stressful thing ever. And I couldn't believe how many mechanical things were created for this film. And I thought,
yes,
wow, imagine being like, guys, we're going to the desert. It's gonna be great. You don't need to worry about rain.
Bring the droids. Bring the ships.
Bring all the electronics. And then, like, that guy's the weather guy everyone's throwing darts at, you know?
Yeah, there are. I mean, there's a lot of cool, like, effects, honestly. They built a lot of practical things, which
oh my god.
Great.
And the lasers, I gotta say. So I think, I also read that they've, like, updated the special effects a little bit.
Oh god, it's so bad. I really wish they would just put the original version up, because it hurts me.
I thought it was good, but I don't know the original.
You can tell what's updated.
Oh,
the updated
really?
parts are usually when you would see, like, a weird alien that was, like, really smooth. And you're like, what? Why does it look like that? Or that scene where Han is talking to Jabba. I don't even know if that's in the original. But I'm pretty sure Jabba was not CGI in the original. I think he was, like, practical. And then George Lucas was like, now that I'm divorced with my wife who talks sense into me, I'm gonna ruin this with trash.
Oh, see, I didn't know any better. I thought it was great.
Well, because a lot of the effects that they did, I don't know, look good. Like, anytime they're in space, I'm like, this looks amazing.
Amazing.
It's just so cool.
And I read that all of the space shots weren't, like, panorama, and they would do that, and that's what, like, added to, because they have to actually, like, build the stars.
Yeah, and they built, like, a lot of models.
So
and
cool.
I think, like, blowing stuff up, too. Like, the planet,
so
the ship.
cool.
I think those are... Yeah, it is cool. Like, it's just... He did a lot of cool shit.
Yeah.
But, okay, so now the droids are on the sand.
Oh,
and
my god, they get in a fight. A tiff, if you will.
Honestly, we could have cut that out. I mean, just get him captured, okay? I don't need, like,
Kate,
the internal conflict.
When I saw the sand people, I was like, oh, these are Ewoks!
Well, Bridge, these are actually Jawas, which are different than sand people, sorry.
Are they all the same?
No, they're different.
But they look the same!
No, sand people are taller and they're different.
Okay. I still thought they were Ewoks and I got excited.
They
and
did
then
look like Ewoks.
Never took off their hood and I was like,
no.
Damn, I don't think they're Ewoks.
No, the Ewoks come in Return of the Jedi. That's where Willow first worked with George Lucas.
Wow.
I know. Full circle.
So they're just like people that rob stuff? That's what a Jawa is?
Yeah, I think they just like steal stuff and then they resell it in the desert. In their
so they're
ship.
like eBay of space.
They are. Except they go to your house. Which
wow.
kind of like, that's a little neat. Like,
eBay,
I don't have to
Uber for eBay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have to go anywhere. You're just gonna come to me, and then I can buy stuff. I'm into that. So,
oh wow.
But yeah, and this is how we get Luke's introduction. Luke is living with his uncle. Oh, what the fuck is your uncle's name? Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru.
Wow, they're a piece of work. Those two.
They're just on Luke's ass, and they're like, get the fucking droids, Luke, and get to your farm work. It's not farm work because it's sand. Hurry up. And yeah, I mean, I wrote that Luke is basically a Disney princess because he's like, I want adventure. I want more. And you're like, no, Luke, you can't live that life. And
oh my god.
And he doesn't get a song, but
he has like beautiful hair and big eyes.
Yes.
And he's
his shirt kind of looked like a little dress a little bit at the
wow.
bottom. I'm just saying.
It's like
oh my god.
I really felt bad. I was like, so we don't know any backstory with your family, and we never acknowledge a mom, by the way. We just acknowledge that we don't know the dad.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And so we don't know any, like, honestly, I think this movie holds up because this is like where film is now. It's like, okay, we don't care about your family. You're here with your aunt and uncle and we're moving on. But you can't go to fighter school, but we know that you're like into action and adventure, but there's something about your dad that we don't know.
The aunt's like, he's like his father, and uncle's like, that's what I'm afraid of. Foreshadowing. Yeah, but like literally 2 scenes later, I think that's when the uncle and aunt are like fucking set on fire and turned into Party City skeletons.
Holy shit.
From The Shining.
Back to him being a Disney princess.
Good. Yeah,
totally
like
tracks.
Everyone's
it's like
dead.
Everyone died.
Everyone around you's dying.
And by the way, you got your adventure now.
Yeah.
We don't cry. We're not upset.
Yeah.
We move on pretty quickly, and we are a lot invested in these robots we didn't want and Princess Leia we don't know about.
Yeah, and before that, he does meet Obi Wan Kenobi, who is old Ben, and like they just happenstance come across each other in the desert. Cool. And then is where Luke's like, yeah, he's looking for Obi Wan, and he's like, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And then Luke's like, what does that mean? And he's like, oh, it's me. Sorry. I was just being dramatic.
Oh,
like, what the fuck?
My God. I just was so confused. First of all, I liked his character. You have to have, like, the old wise. This is very, like...
he's cool. He's a cool character.
This is a textbook, like, you know, hero's journey, right? You have the old wise, like, here's
Mr.
something
Miyagi.
to help you with your father's lightsaber.
Oh, God.
And the only thing, and I know we're not there yet, but I don't understand how he disappears like a magician.
Oh. Well.
And then whisper sweet nothings into Luke Skywalker's ear all the time.
Well, Bridget, we'll get there.
Real confession right now.
Oh, boy.
I was convinced Harrison Ford was Luke Skywalker pretty much for 30 years. I really just thought the name sounded more Harrison Ford. I mean,
okay, well,
think about
wrong.
If no one knows any backstory and you're like, Harrison Ford or this random ass dude, who's Luke Skywalker? I'm telling you, I think the people that don't know would pick Harrison Ford.
But he's a great Han Solo.
Oh.
And thank goodness we get to meeting him pretty quickly, and we meet him in the cantina. This is a fun cantina, I gotta say. People get murdered.
Was it?
The band pauses for 2 seconds. So we get 2 seconds of grief, and then back into it.
You know, I felt like this was more 3 a.m. bar vibes than a day bar, but here we were.
Yeah, and so basically Obi-Wan is like, we gotta find a pilot to drive us or fly us to Alderaan.
Okay.
It's gotta be discreet.
Time out.
Yeah.
We have all the Force magical powers. We're invisible. We can't fly. We can't create
We can't breathe in
spaceships.
Space? That's not the Force, Bridge.
Okay.
Bridge.
All right.
It's not that kind of magic. It's like religious magic, which is weird.
Seems selective, but okay.
So we meet Chewbacca, who is a Wookiee, which is a type of alien. He doesn't speak, he just...
Yo, let's real talk. Do we need him?
Well,
come on,
maybe.
Do we need him?
He's more comic relief, Bridge. We need that, I guess.
Was he?
Maybe.
Now I'm thinking of Spaceballs, and I like John Candy's version of Chewbacca better.
What was his name in that movie? It was like fucking dog name. Oh my God, what was it?
But he had the little black nose
spot around his eye.
That too. I felt like I wanted Chewbacca to have their moment, and they didn't. So I thought, because he was like, "Oh, you shouldn't see him when he gets mad," and I thought, "Ooh, there's gonna be a scene when Chewbacca gets mad and really messes people up," and no one delivered that scene that I wanted.
They don't, and now I'm trying to rack my brain. Do we ever see him kicking ass?
I just think he needs his moment, or else, you know.
Well, there was a holiday special that was centered around Chewbacca and his family, and they don't speak English.
Wow.
And there were no subtitles. And
that's
what. And George Lucas pulled it off air, and he destroyed all the tapes. But you can find it.
Yikes.
Online.
Wow.
Anyway, that's Chewbacca. And then he is best buds with Han Solo, who is Harrison Ford, much to Bridget's confusion. And he's basically like a mercenary, is that what we want to call it?
No, he's like, a smuggler.
That's right. He is a smuggler.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. Because then he's like doing shifty things for like Jabba the Hutt and other shit. And he's got like people are trying to like kill him and like whatever. But he's got the Millennium Falcon, and that's a hunk of junk. But I think it was a nice ship. I don't know. Everyone kept shitting on it. I was like, I don't know. It looks
literally,
nice.
He was like, I got the best ship ever. And I saw it and I was like, that's huge. That's beautiful. And then Luke was like, what a hunk of junk. I was like, why?
Luke, you're surrounded by sand. Okay. Perspective.
Wow.
Jeez.
Judgy farm people, you know?
Yeah. By the way, in Disney, they have a ride called Smuggler's Run. And that was the one that Julie and I like got on immediately. And we didn't have enough people to drive the ship correctly, so we crashed into everything, and it was a great time. So
that sounds awesome.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Wow. But
God.
They get into another fight with now sand people.
Where are we? We met Han.
We gotta get on the ship.
We're on the ship. Well, the Empire is like kind of stalking them. And
is
so
the Empire and sand people?
No.
Black? Okay.
No, they're different.
I'm gonna give up on the sand people.
You know, they're done. We don't.
Right.
There's no more sand people.
Oh, okay.
No, the Empire is the like main bad bull. So they were looking for the droids, and they connected it to like Obi Wan, Luke, Han, and Chewie. Now they started following Han's ship, and that's when they do their. We gotta jump to lightspeed. We gotta get to lightspeed, which is
that
a cool
was so
concept.
cool.
That is a cool concept.
That was so cool, and the way that the stars showed it.
Yes.
I was like, brilliant. What a beautiful... And you're the one that makes me think of this the most, and you've already brought it up, but I was like, I want to be on that ride. I want to be in the ride that's like, light speed! And then you're all like... Well,
it's cool we have all 6 people instead of just 3, which me and Julie and some random girl who's confused and didn't know what's happening. But it's pretty awesome. And so they get away, and then at some point we cut back to Leia because she's been taken prisoner, and they keep being like, gosh, she won't like tell us where the rebel base is. Gosh, what do we do? Gosh. And then this is where they're like, we're gonna fuck shit up.
Yo,
bring her out here.
Katie, what if somebody was like, Katie, tell us the secrets or I'm blowing up the state of New Jersey?
Okay, that's a high stake. That makes me sweat.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they went
I would immediately start, like, filibustering and just, like, I would just retell the plot of Jurassic Park. Like, word for word. That's at least an hour and a half of extra time that I would buy.
You'd be like, wait, before, I need to give you backstory. There is this mosquito that got trapped in sap.
You ever heard of Amber? Do you know DNA? Okay, let's go through it.
Okay, when we make our scary movie version of whatever, we're doing that scene so bad. Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, but I feel so bad for her because it's her fucking home planet and it gets destroyed.
Well, and I felt like her reaction was appropriate. She was just like, that escalated quickly.
I agree.
I didn't think you were gonna literally murder everyone I've ever known forever for history. Wow.
Actually a genocide. It's terrible. This is where Obi-Wan is like, oh god, yeah, Jesus. God. And everyone's like, wow, Obi-Wan, what's wrong? And he's like, there's a great disturbance in the Force. And you're like, I still am a little fuzzy on this Force stuff, Obi. And he's like, let me tell you all about Force, Luke. And then he kind of does, but, you know, it's just magic.
I feel like the wellness industry is, like, very close to talking about it like the Force.
You have to use the Force and pay our membership fee $100 a week.
And if you sell enough, you'll get a car. These
like a fucking pyramid
herbal
scheme.
Supplements.
If Obi-Wan whipped out a pyramid scheme with like lightsabers or something, oh my god, I can't.
Can you?
And he's like, Han, how about you? You want one of these bad boys?
Oh my god. Well, I thought was cool about Obi-Wan. I was like, well, at least someone has a heart. And then I thought, I don't know where we're going from here. I know we're trying to find Princess Leia, but the planet's gone. So in my head, I was like, what's the plan now? Where are we
they don't
going?
know the planet's gone yet.
Yeah.
But then when they jump to where they're going, they're like, what is this asteroid fields. And then they're like, no, the planet's gone. And then they're like, look, there's a moon up there. And this is where Obi-Wan goes, that's no moon. And it's the Death Star.
Wow.
Which is like, how did we miss that? Guys, it's the size of a planet. Did you? Hello?
It's huge.
How'd you guys miss that? Let me know.
Wow.
So this is where we start the space heist, as I like to call it.
Ooh.
Because
Ocean's 29 space heist.
Ocean, space. It's the heist in space. That's what this is, because their ship gets captured and it's on the Death Star now. So
because of the magnetic field was like, you're in our way, we'll just take you. But they weren't trying to like mess them up. They're like, oh, we just think you're a ship, right?
Yeah, and they also like didn't know who was on it or what was going on, and they had people that went on to like look around, but they were hiding. And
I
so
gotta
like,
say,
fine,
all that technology in the world, and you just don't check the cubby.
They're in the trapdoor bridge, and no force can go through a trapdoor. I'll tell you that. All right.
Wow.
But yeah, so then they like put on stormtrooper costumes, and then they're basically now just like going around fucking shit up.
This is my Bob moment.
Oh no, which moment?
Obi Wan Kenobi.
Oh.
Just being like, you don't see me. I'm not here with his hands. And then, which is fine. I'm like, okay, magic force, I'm following. But then the rest of these scenes, he's just frolicking the hallway.
He's like, I'm going off on my own, deuces. And they're like, what? Obi-Wan, I thought we were a heist team. And he's like, fuck your team. What? I'm Obi Wan Kenobi, bye. And you're like,
he's an old man with a giant robe, it's hiding.
Huge. Oh my god.
I was like, how do they not see him? I don't
know, but he keeps walking around pulling levers, and I was like, do you know what that does, sir? Is feel the force helping you, or are we just pulling things?
You might have dementia, and it's not good. But here we are.
Yeah, so he's separated, and then Luke, on his own, is like, I gotta go save the princess! And then Han's like, fuck that, but then he goes and helps anyway. And we save Leia! Yay!
I liked this.
Yeah, they all have, like, good chemistry together.
But I liked that they, most of the heists, right? Sometimes it's, like, not believable, but, I'm like, okay, all these stormtroopers, you don't know what they look like. I can believe it. They're taking her, and I don't know, nobody really knows what's happening, so it's all pretty believable. But where was Chewbacca? Was he also in an outfit?
No.
Yeah.
They put him in, like, handcuffs, and they're like, he's our prisoner.
That's right.
And I'm like,
I forgot.
I don't know. Also, this is, like, a giant ship, so, like, I guess you could get away with, like, pretending, because, like, probably not everyone knows everyone, True, that's a lot of names to remember. So, I don't know, but they all end up in a garbage room bridge. Garbage room with water.
Yo.
Why?
I understand they didn't know where to go, and Princess Leia's like, y'all are annoying. I'll take this into my hands.
She's gonna blow a hole in this wall. Hope it's not leading to space, because then we're all gonna die right now. But here we are.
And what I didn't understand was the, like, trash monster that was very, it was anticlimactic, It
was a trash monster,
We didn't have to even kill him. He just slithered away, because the wall started to close.
Where did he come from? Where did he go?
And what was with his silly eyeball?
I think somebody made that puppet early on, and George is like, fucking fine, I'll put it in the movie.
Oh, this is my cousin's brother's aunt's. And I owed his dad a favor.
We paid Johnny to make this little sock
in order
puppet.
To give him $2 million, we gotta add the fucking eyeball into the cut.
I literally wrote, I go, man, we're in this garbage room for a long time, huh? Can we just...
I thought we could... Well, and we quickly learn how important it is to have droids around that can stop you from dying. And I thought, well, this is working. Luke kind of bet on these robots. They're helping.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, because R2... he can, like, hold information that's secret, because he can't, like, speak English. He just beep, boop, bop, bop, beep, boop. And he can also move by himself, so, like, you're like, that's useful stuff. But his little, like, arm thingy, like, he can, like, mess around and, like, control, like, electronic stuff. Whereas C3PO can, like, speak English, and he can translate, and he can communicate. And that's kind of it. So, like, I guess he was useful for that. But yeah, and that's how they get out. And then they're all like, yippee, let's get to our ship, hooray. And they're literally right in front of their ship. And then the scene before this is when freaking Obi-Wan and Darth Vader...
Okay. It was kind of bad, right?
Wait, yes.
Okay. Because I was like, is this offensive to Star Wars fans?
No, I think everybody agrees. And obviously the fighting is like way more better in like the prequels and the newer movies.
Well, because I was like, this is why I wasn't afraid of Darth Vader. I was like, oh boy, he's gonna like rip apart.
Yeah, it was like, hi.
It would be like you and me at 2 a.m. trying to fight each other. We'd be like,
hi. Yeah. It was like that slow motion fight from Pen 15, that one episode they do. That's what it was. They were like, we planned this out. It's not a real fight. Don't worry.
I know you thought the lasers were cheesy. I thought the lasers were cool. Like,
no, I didn't say the lasers were cheesy. The lasers were in the original Bridge.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it didn't look good.
No, I thought the different updated CGI was bad. Okay. Like when it was like an alien CGI, I didn't like that.
Oh,
no, the lasers were great.
I forgot to bring this up. One of the things I didn't understand with this laser everything, there was a lot of laser shooting and not hitting targets.
Well, Bridge,
what's that about?
This is actually this is a thing for stormtroopers. They're notorious for being really bad shots. And the first note I wrote when we see our stormtroopers, because it's the scene where they're getting on Princess Leia's ship and they're just shooting and they're missing everything. And I literally wrote, this reminds me of Tanya from the White Lotus season 2 shooting on the boat. She would have made a great stormtrooper. Except she fucking hit everybody. So maybe she wouldn't have been a great stormtrooper. But
oh my god.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Also going in the scary movie plot is like Jennifer Coolidge comes around the corner.
Oh gosh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you there, son.
She's like, I can't see with this goddamn helmet on.
Like, I put my helmet's too big. Oh my god.
Okay, focus. Okay, but then he just disappears. Katie, what happens to Obi Wan Kenobi?
Before he disappears, I do feel like we need to reference a little bit more about Darth Vader, because we do get some backstory where we find out that him and Obi-Wan were like,
we meet again.
Obi-Wan was Darth Vader's
teacher?
Master, which is teacher. Teacher's a better word.
Ew, we gotta just get rid of the word master.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Teacher,
okay.
He was his teacher. So they had a lot of backstory, and Darth Vader was like, guys, I sense that Obi-Wan's here, and the fucking general was like, whatever, get over it. Our ship's the best. And he's like, no, guys, like, I'm gonna go fight him. And he's like, I'm gonna go fight him alone. And you're like, okay. And that's what you built up, like, this is gonna be big drama. And yeah, he just disappears. But, Bridge, did you notice when he decided to disappear? Because that was important.
Well, I thought it looked like he was dead.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
he is dead. Just to be clear. He's
Wait,
dead.
he died?
Yeah, he's dead.
Wait, he just... I thought he was still alive. He just went somewhere else.
No, he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's okay, because he's still around.
But how does he talk to him if he's dead? Is he a ghost now?
What do you think, Bridge?
He's Obi Wan Kenobi ghost?
Well, yes, but also the Force.
Oh. I hate this
Force.
lesson. I hate this class.
I'm sorry. When in doubt, pick the Force for the answer, okay?
I pick D, the Force.
D, the Force. No, but he purposefully, because he's fighting, and he says to Darth Vader, if you kill me, it will make me stronger.
Oh.
And that's because he was saying, I'll become a ghost, and I can influence / my death can inspire little Lukey Dookie to be a Jedi and fuck shit up.
Oh.
But Darth Vader's like, I don't care, I'm still gonna kill you. And that's why Obi-Wan waited until Luke was looking at him, and then he just held up his little saber, and then he died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I felt like Darth Vader stepping on the cloak. Like, oh, he's not here anymore. I thought, well, yeah, he probably used his Force to go be invisible.
He's I'm pretty sure he's dead.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna drop that one. Okay. So they get on the ship, and then they're like, let's get out of here. And then it's like they're getting shot out, and then they sprint out. And they actually get out.
And this is where it's literally the last, I'm not kidding, I think this is the last 15 minutes of the movie.
God.
They're like, we're at the rebel base. We get the plans. We all roll in Force. Everybody get in the ship. We're all going to blow up the ship.
Oh my god.
What the fuck? And that's literally what happens. They mobilize, and they're like, all right, you gotta shoot in a hallway, in a little hole, but the hole is like down, and you gotta bend space and time. There might need to be a Force user. I don't know if any of us are that right now, but we're just gonna figure this shit out and go team.
All right.
And Han was like, bye. I'm not participating.
Independence Day, Will Smith. We're getting the inspirational speech.
Randy Quaid. He's there drunk. Yep.
What I didn't understand is there is like 20 different fighter pilots there in this classroom. And they're all like, we understand the plan that there's no way it could ever happen, but we're all here. And then we get in the planes and I'm like, okay, we're about to fuck shit up. And then there was like 6 of them.
Well,
what happened?
There might have been 10, but yeah, there wasn't a lot for it.
I was like, this is it. This is how you're gonna fight the thing that's blowing up planets? Guys.
Didn't have a lot of rebels. I think we ran out of costumes was maybe part of it. Like the budget was like, we're out of time.
The guy making the little airplanes is like, I'm tired, my fingers are bleeding. I can't.
Those are called X-Wings, by the way, and I have a picture standing in front of one in Disney.
Wow, a real one? Like life size?
Yeah, it was life size.
Cool. Could you get it?
I don't think it can fly. No.
Oh, wow.
It's like in the background.
Dun,
but...
dun.
So a lot of basically people die. There's one guy that's like, oh my god, hey Luke, what a reunion. I love you, man. You're my best buddy. And I was like, well, that guy's gonna die, so I'm not gonna learn your name.
Well, now I'm feeling Top Gun with Goose and Maverick, and you definitely knew he was Goose. I also didn't know how they were friends and why they became friends, and
it doesn't matter because he blew up.
But Luke lays into Han Solo. And
he's
the
like, guilt trip is real.
It was some church guilt trip. It was are you not gonna help out? You're just gonna take your money and leave?
Luke did buy into his new Force religion, so this tracks, where he's like, hello, like, we're trying to blow up the planet that blows up shit, and Han's like, I don't care. I gotta go. Nobody's paying me. I need to leave. But then he comes back. Yay.
That was pretty adorable.
Yeah.
And it was like in the last minute, and I think the Millennium Falcon is the coolest ship. And it came in, and I was like, this is cool as hell.
And then Han is like, I'm pretty sure all the other movies then after this, he's like, I'm a rebel too now.
Wow.
Hello. And you're like, good job. Way to drink the Kool-Aid, sir.
I will say, though, the fighting scenes of the planes, so cool.
Yeah.
Like, when they would show you being the actual flyer.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And, wow. But little dinky that you gotta, like, drop, like, a little, bomb in this... it looks like taking a poop, honestly.
Well,
like, getting it in the toilet poop thing.
I mean, from a distance, which I think that would be hard to do, so...
I was like, okay, that part I don't love, but okay.
But Bridget, he had to use the Force, because Ghost Ben Kenobi...
What did the Force do? Luck?
The Force was like, don't look at your radar, because it's wrong. Listen to your Force heart, and then it will do it.
Okay. I mean, it worked, but it could be luck.
It could have been luck, but it was actually the Force.
Huh.
Hashtag stay on target. Hashtag great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
That was pretty cool.
I mean, what better way to end blowing up a huge Death Star filled with millions of other people, but they were bad, so it's okay. And then we get medals and a parade, What's better than that, Rich?
2 planets died in this whole movie.
One was a spaceship, okay?
So many people died. No tears. Not one tear.
Now I'm thinking of Clerks again, because again, they talk about, like, can you imagine all the jobs lost from blowing up the Death Star?
The economy is crashing in space.
There is in a galaxy
no jobs. A long
They're
time
all
ago.
gone.
We know when inflation hit, and it was this medal ceremony.
It was there.
Honestly, by the time we got to the medals, I was like, I really couldn't care. The party is over, and it was so fun. And I love the ride. It was a great ride, Kate.
It was great. It's a good ending. And, like, I guess it could have kind of ended there, but George was like, no. We got more shit to do. Like Darth Vader, who like flew off in tailspin. Gotta get him back.
But when he flew off, I was like, smart.
Yeah.
I did like that he, was like, I am not dead. And you all know I'm not dead.
I'm not sure if George Lucas always knew what the stories were, what all three of the original trilogy stories were going to be, or if he had this one like laid out and then he kind of like made the others, because in the very final movie of the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi, we find out that Luke and Leia are brother-sister twins.
Ew.
And in the next movie, The Empire Strikes Back, they kind of make out. And
ew.
They don't know they're related, and we don't know, and no one knows till the third movie, but you're kind of like, George, why did you make them siblings?
I mean,
you could have just made them not siblings. I don't know.
That is, no thank you.
They could have been adopted, like why? I don't understand. The blood relation? No. Anyway, that's Star Wars.
Wow. We did it. I don't know.
Awesome.
Not bad. I think I got the names pretty good.
Yeah, you did really good.
Wow. Well, now that you've all been educated on a film no one has talked about ever.
Yeah, totally.
Let's go to our new pick. It's a listener pick.
Wow.
And the listener's name is Mel.
Wow, Mel! Did you hear that?
Mel, are you listening? It's you!
It's you! Ooh.
You've been on the list forever, and I'm so sorry we took so long, but it's time to do your pick, and here it goes.
Okay.
1989. I'm gonna stop singing.
Oh, we're still singing.
Okay, it's 1989, Kate.
Oh, God.
We have an American romantic comedy drama.
What the fuck does the American mean? Okay.
We are so annoying as a country, I don't know. We just did a movie with this person as a voice, and now he's going to play a love interest. It is the iconic When Harry Met Sally.
Oh! The fake orgasm scene, right?
Women have been doing that for years.
Yeah, I mean, hello.
In movies, and also life.
Oh,
but
yeah, totally. Just in the movie.
God damn it, Kate. You tell me and get it right. And work harder. Anyways,
okay.
Wow, we're going to do romance
I don't know
and
if
nostalgia.
I've ever seen it fully through. Is Rosie O'Donnell in this movie, or is she in a different Meg Ryan rom-com? Because I feel like there's one with Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh my God, I don't know.
And am I thinking of Sleepless in Seattle, or You've Got Mail?
Oh my God, but Carrie Fisher's in this one.
What? Connection!
I don't see Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay, bye. All right, I don't know. All I know is, isn't it like they're good friends and they're like friends for years and years and then they love each other?
I think this is the most relatable movie because if you've had a best friend for a long, long, long time that you're also attracted to, you're ultimately gonna fall in love. And that's my thought.
Okay, that's
cute. So. I think so. So this movie is like, it's that.
Like realistic.
It's just like what happens over, and it's a long time. And so you get to see them with different people and how they change. But they, they always know each other. They always like each other. And you know what? They just, that's that. But I am intrigued to see what this movie is like with a new lens, Kate, because there's a lot of blazers. And there's a lot of fluffy big hair. It's the 80s. And, I don't know if Billy Crystal is as hot for Meg Ryan. So I don't know if that's going to bother me the whole time. But we're going to find out.
Well, it might be a Billy Madison and Veronica Vaughn.
We'll figure it out.
We're just going to deal with it.
Let's do it.
Wow. All right.
Woo!
Oh, well, Bridge.
Kate.
I just want to say...
Zoop. My lightsaber's up.
Okay. There's so many things to say. What to say? Bridge, if we were in a rebel battle and you were like, Kitty, we have to get in this fight and go drop a little turd in the hole over there in 30 seconds, I wouldn't be Han Solo. I'd be like, no, I don't want you. I'd be like, all right, here I go. I will drive the Millennium Falcon, though, or fly it, or whatever we call it, because that's cool. But I would do that for you.
Wow,
to be your backup.
Thanks.
You're
You'd shoot
welcome.
Darth Vader
and then I would
space?
whisper into my communication device, use the Force, Bridge. And you'd be like, Kitty, what? I'd be like, it's not Kitty, it's Obi Wan. Use the Force. You'd be like, Kitty, it's coming from you. And then it would all work out.
Wow.
Because I love you.
Wow, I love you so much.
Wow.
Kate, I think that if there was a trash monster that was trying to eat you and I saw its little eye, I'd be like, don't worry about it. That shit is really non-threatening. I got your back. Get on my shoulders. We're good to go. Let's get out of here.
It disappears in 2 seconds. Don't even think about it.
I've seen this before. You're good. Let's get out of here. We stink. Love you, Kate.
Wow. Oh, and listeners, if you also love being there for your buds in space during a life or death battle, the hope of humanity's in your hands. We've all been there if you love that. And if you think that trash monster was somebody's, I don't know, prop making project in college, and George was like, whatever, put it in there. And if you think that this is a fun movie and we all love Star Wars, and wow, it's great.
Wow.
If you think all that, you should write us a review.
Hey!
Even if you don't think all that, it's okay to write a review too, guys.
Also.
Yeah, and we love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. We also have a website, sisterswho'seenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie. So our next movie, When Harry Met Sally, was requested by Mel. Mel went on the website, filled out the form, and it went on a list. And then the list
we
is
love
there.
You, Mel.
And then Bridget read the list and picked. And that could be you.
Wow.
Okay? So get your requests on there. Maybe you want us to do another Star Wars movie. I'm ready. And Bridget, what else can they do on our website?
They can buy us coffee,
Woo.
which will go to saving the planets and using the Force. It's money.
Yes.
Also, we have t-shirts
Woo.
and merchandise and other things. And like George Lucas, we own the rights to. So then that also is money.
Yes.
Okay? And we will make that deal when somebody says, we will take Sisters Who've Seen It, pay you this much, but what do you got? I said, we're going to own all our merchandise and then you're going to have to please buy it.
All of it. All that shit's ours, guys. Yes. Maybe we'll make toys one day. Oh, God.
Wow.
I don't know about that. Yes, so check all that out, listeners. And we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, we'll see you next week for When Harry Met Sally. I have no quotes in my brain from this movie. I just know there's an orgasm in a restaurant. Isn't the lady say, I'll have what she's having?
Yes.
And you're like, old lady, LOL. Just get a vibrator like the rest of us.
Grow up and take care of yourself like a big girl. Here we go.
Wow.
Love y'all. Bye-bye.
Love you.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye-bye. May the Force be with you. It's always
and with
the
your spirit,
Force.
but it's not a religion, but it is. Bye.
God bless you. Amen. Jesus Christ.
Bless you.
Bless you. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswho'seenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.